years there for you. I think they're hungover. It's been a long 10 days, but we can't say enough about Lucas Oil Products. Jeff Palkey, who couldn't be here tonight, but once again, man, thanks for everything you guys have done for us.
Oh, it's our pleasure. We love getting involved. We've been involved with Premier for 5 or 6 years now, and I'm sure the relationship's going to continue for a few years more yet.
Since our last championship in 2011, the roles were reversed. That year it was Brooke Tatnell taking the win from Kerry Madsen in second. Stephen Lyons was third. Lyons, he wasn't that far off the podium. He was hauling the mail from deep in the field.
Yeah, that was an absolute cracker race. It was great to watch the field actually. And all 7 nights here have been absolute barn burners.
Have you seen the trophy behind there? I don't know how Kerry got that above the car.
No, I had to pass it to him. It was heavy as hell.
Mate, grab the third place and do me the favour if you could. Folks, he's been tremendous. He's enjoyed arguably the best 10 days of his racing career. Last weekend he was in victory lane for the Classic. Tonight he's third in the national title. Would you believe it replicates his result last year down at Bunbury in Western Australia. Can I have some noise, everybody, for the real deal, Jamie Veal. Maybe just hang on to it, man. Tricky, I know. But third place, I've got to say congratulations because I think it's been an amazing 10 days for you.
Yeah, it's been great. The 3 wins, a 4th and a 3rd. Tonight Kerry was just good. That front row obviously played a lot, and he deserved it. He's been good all week. And, better look battle there for a bit, but 40 laps non-stop, great race.
You had your opportunities too in the dash. You made up a row on where you were scheduled to start, 17 points, got to the second row. That was decisive, but while you were doing that, Kerry and Brooke were doing the same.
Yeah, exactly. So, I reckon it was a pretty cool format to have the dash to, break it up a little bit. 17 points going into tonight was sort of a bit hard. And, luckily enough, we had a good car for the dash and made up a few spots and made way into the feature.
I know it was third place last year in the national title as well, but with 100 cars this year, third place is an outstanding achievement.
The team have done a great job to get me here, and third, I'm actually really happy with it. Kerry's actually good at the moment, so we can't put our heads down. We've still got plenty of races to do the rest of the year and go from there.
Does that put it into perspective a little bit how you were able to keep him at bay last Sunday night?
I raced with Kerry a lot in America this year, and as you can see, every race he's been through this year, he gave me one of the darling starting out of position 19, and he's fun to race with. And same with Brooke. Everyone's on their game at the moment, and I'm happy with it.
Mate, champion result once again. Take an opportunity while you've got it. It's been a tremendous week, tremendous 10 days. Thank that team, the sponsors, everybody involved.
First, I thank Mum and Dad for and the team that had a huge week. Glenn, Jody, Lyle, Pistol, Mick, Jordan, everyone's helped out so much, and can't thank them enough. It's sort of a bit sad, end of the week. We've had a pretty good week, and all the people around and the atmosphere and the whole local town support has been great, especially with the good sponsors, Lucas Oil too. It's been a fun 10 days.
Aren't you looking forward to a sleep? You want it to roll on.
Next week we're straight back into Murray Bridge and Adelaide, so no rest.
Good luck, congrats on what's been an amazing month.
Cheers, thank you.
Come on folks, make some noise for the real deal, Jamie Veal. Have we? Got it. Just a little bit down, Rossi. Sorry folks, we'll get that turned down in a couple of seconds. How about for this guy? We haven't talked about it all night. We had some drivers come down onto the infield where we had the markings for the Australian logo, the Australian Championship logo, and this guy was actually turning away, dry reaching at those. He was ill on Friday night, he's still ill tonight. He put on a hell of a show, everybody. How about some noise? Your runner-up in the Australian Sprintcar Championship. Give it up for Brooke Tatnell. Andy from Lucas Oil Products. Thanks, Rossi. You got the electrolytes now. You had the electrolytes at 4 o'clock. You were turning away. I thought, you are not one fit man, but you're a determined man.
Yeah, there's no definition for big-headedness except for the name Brooke Tatnell. So I'll proudly wear that. Being ill and sick and all that doesn't take away from the effort that these guys at Pretty Motorsports put into that car. I mean, to run second to Kerry, you've got to be on your game to even be on the same lap as that guy right now, and just an honour to drive for Pretty Motorsports. Congratulations to Kerry, and again to finish in front of Veal as well, especially around this place this year.
Would you play it out any different? Anything you do different at the start, maybe mid-race, anything there in traffic? A couple of times I thought you'd get to him. What did you see?
Oh, there's a lot of wouldas, couldas and shouldas. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, I'd be good looking and rich, and right now neither one of you or me are that. So it doesn't really matter at this point right now. I know we had a fast race car. I feel I let my boys down. I wear my heart on my sleeve that way. It's not about title number 6 for me. It's about getting Dylan Buswell his first Australian Championship. It's about getting Shane Finch another. So, look, at the end of the day, we've finished on the podium at another Australian Championship, and again, nothing. I can't credit Tricky Motorsports and Transport Equipment Hire, Barker Trailers, Pete Morris at Maxwell Motors and Cool Chassis for an unbelievable race car, and again, Dylan, Vinchy, Ben, Shane, Ryan, all the boys. As I say, second's always hard to swallow, but as I say, it's a little easier knowing we got beat by one of the best guys in the world.
And I know that's the facts. He's simply one of the very best that we've ever produced, along with your good self. Because I still want to say congratulations. Been an amazing week, tremendous performance. And you never say die. It's always exciting to watch.
No, well, James McFadden's always said to me, I'll be the guy that's sitting in the push lane and drops dead in the car on the push lane because I'll never quit. So, look, any race car, someone makes a point of driving a race car when you're ill, must be brave, or you find something extra in it. It's all adrenaline, and everyone that drives these race cars is brave, and we're all the genuine drunkies, and we just live off that.
Another star performance from you. I can't ever take that away. We always enjoy watching you wheel out in that Cricket Motorsports number 2. Thank everyone. I know you've touched on them, but everyone else that you want to thank for an amazing weekend.
No, the Barker Trailers and Transport Equipment Hire, Cricket Motorsports, the Lucas Oils, phenomenal backers of Sprintcar racing worldwide, and especially the Premier Speedway. Any club promoter that can back up 10 nights in a row of great racing, there's no better club, committee, board, promoters than Warrnambool Speedway right now.
We've done a pretty good job, haven't we?
I didn't say you did a good job, I said the committee, the promoters.
I'll just tag along at the back. Well done, mate. Appreciate the effort.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for coming, and my mum and my sister who are here, my youngest sister was here last week to support us, and my wife and kids at home. I really wanted to bring this one home for my little guy, and says, Dad, can you go and win one like in the olden years?
It wasn't that long ago. What are you talking about? Come on, folks, make it rowdy. Give it up for Brooke Tatnell. No question, that's the illest I've seen him. So he was ailing, but a tremendous result nonetheless. Way back in 2003, we ran it during the day. And guess what? This guy won the Australian Sprint Car Championship that day. It's been a long time between drinks, 13 years in fact. But your new Australian Sprint Car Champion, can I have some noise for the madman, Kerry Madsen? Andy from Lucas Oil. This thing is huge. Wow. If we had, talking to shadows now, if I had said 13 years between drinks for an Australian Sprint Car Championship, you would have said, yeah, right.
I really would have, though. There's been a lot of hard luck stories in there, and, a few we've missed. I don't know. All I know is we had a bloody quick race car tonight. We've been quick all night, been quick the last 2 weeks, and it was great to get the results. And I pushed hard. Brooks at a really torrid pace early, and I was quite comfortable with that. Then I just kept pushing as we got in the traffic. My car can't come alive, and got the lead, and I'm like, oh, okay. And just kept, drove hard, and then left cars off all pretty fair, and looked up at under 10, and I found a nice line in 1 and 2, and I thought, okay, I think this could happen here. And wasn't really counting down the laps, but when that white and checker come out, I was like, I'm not going to say what I said, but yeah, it's great.
I can't repeat what you said when I asked you to do donuts too, so it's a family show. But Kerry, at the end of the day, we had a different format tonight. You're always quick to say one way or the other, whether it helps you or hurts you. But that dash tonight, you went from 15 points to a front row. How decisive was that?
Well, I think it was extremely important. I mean, it was important. You always say we can win it from anywhere, but it was definitely nice to get a nice good front row. That way you can kind of control your pace a little bit when you can start up near the front. And I don't know, I just like passing cars, man. You know, it's a daytime deal, so it's a different track, so we kind of put our daytime setup in and it worked really good. But, you know, then it's a big decision. We had to kind of yank all that stuff out there and put what we've had in. And you're second guessing which way to go, but the car was fantastic and the A-Main guys did a great job with it, and it was good.
Let's go back to the start of the month. January 1 and 2, you wheeled out as a late inclusion to NZ World Series Sprint Cars here at Warrnambool. You didn't have the best outing. You ventured north to Queensland, you cleaned them up, including Donny's shots at the Australian Open. Way to go. You came back to the Darley race, you won the prelim. You chose to go to position 19. You may be gifted a win there to Jamie Veal. You came back to Mount Gambier, won the King's Challenge, came to the Classic, ran second to that Veal kid again. Quick on Tuesday night, and then you wheel out tonight. It's been an amazing month.
It has been, and I was talking to someone before, and I said, it's probably been my best month in Australia, or maybe best summer in Australia ever raced. And I went, actually, not probably, it is. We've just been a rocket ship every time we've hit the track, and I don't know, it's just been awesome. The guys have just done a fantastic job, made my life so easy, and just a privilege to drive for that Canaric racing team.
I say it a few times when we talk. I'm mighty proud, along with all these fans, of how you go to the US, drive for Australian car owners, you fly the Aussie flag, you're a great ambassador, you pulled up one spot short to Donny in the biggest race of the year. Can you get him next year for us, please?
You know, when we were in second, I was pretty happy. I was like 75 grand payday and great result. And then like about a month later, it's kicked in that we were that close to winning that race and didn't get the job done. And ever since then, man, you're focused on it. And I mean, it's a one race deal, so anything can happen. But we are certainly focused on it. And we're going to try and take it to him next year for sure.
What do you think? Would you like to see him go to the top? Your car owners, Bob and Pete, they literally fly behind the scenes, but they do an enormous amount that goes untold.
I've said this before, ever since I've become involved with the Gavrinettes and Canaric racing team, I just feel like my life's just been going in the right positive way, and just proud and so blessed to be a part of that team, and I enjoy every minute of it. If it ends tomorrow, I don't care, man. It's been an awesome ride.
Man, it's a credit to you. You always carry yourself well. We congratulate you on that. Take an opportunity. Thank everybody. The boys worked tirelessly all month. Congratulate them and thank them for being the Australian Sprint Car champ.
Yeah, look, I've got some people to thank. I want to thank, it's Blake Kilgallen. Blake Kilgallen's 11th birthday today, so I hope he's listening, and happy birthday, mate. Unfortunately, Pete couldn't make it, so I want to put a very special thanks out to Pete Gavrinette and especially Juliana, Briella, Dom, and Luca. I hope they're listening, and I'm sure they've got their Madman t-shirts on. Just want to say hello, guys, in Perth. I want to thank my wife, Tina, and just big thank to Bob Gavrinette, Pete Gavrinette, and the guys, Matt Griffiths, Brad Kilgallen, Chris Bauer, and Chris James. It's just been having a ball all summer, all this month, and it's been a pleasure to be a part of it, and it's just been fantastic. And I've really got a real special thank you to Roy Slater for his hospitality, putting us up over the weekend in his bikes, and them guys are just the biggest bunch of lads I've ever met, and just had such a good time in that bikes, and I appreciate it. And I just want to thank all our good suppliers, Brian Morrison Racing Engines, KPC Chassis, Max Mappa Steering Wheels, it just goes on, Pro Shocks, Who's Your Racing Tyres, Outlaw Wings. It's been fantastic. There's too many, and so many people are part of our team, and just proud to have them.
And we're proud to have you as part of this great community that we call Sprint Car Racing. Well done.
Yeah, a lot of special thanks to I know it's been tough on all the wonderful guys the last 10 days. You guys have done a fantastic effort, and all us racers, that's why you have 120 cars, because all us racers appreciate all the effort you guys in, Millsy, everybody. Lucas Oils, thank you so much for sponsoring the deal, the last thing. Just everyone, and especially the fans. I mean, to come here in 10 days and just, I know it's expensive, and just the fans we have in this sport are what make this sport. I mean, it's such a cliche, but it really is, so appreciate it, thank you.
Hasn't he changed and grown up, this guy? Look at all the nodding going on. Man, you've matured beyond it, mate. It's a credit to you. Well done.
I know I still have my moments, don't worry.
We wouldn't expect anything different, right? Well done.
Thanks, mate.
Come on, folks, make some noise. You're Australian Sprint Car champion, Kerry Madsen. We've got still some presentations. We've got the SCCA ring and No better bloke to present it to you than the ambassador for the 2016 national title than Brett Lacey. Brett, former winner, you'd certainly like to say congratulations and how difficult that is to win this event with 100 cars nominated.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember back in my day, and it certainly wasn't as hard as it is now. Kerry is the ultimate professional, and I certainly take my hat up to him and all the guys that made it into the A and the guys that finished on the podium. Well done.
Mate, you and boy did a good job this weekend too.
Yeah, look, we found a little bit of car speed, and it's like everything, you know. Nick looks up to the guys like Kerry, and you know, maybe one day he can get some laps under his belt and become a professional like Kerry. It'd be fantastic. So, you know, you need guys like this to look up to. Without these guys leading the way, there wouldn't be anywhere to go. So these are the guys that lead, and these are the guys that put on the show. So well done.
Here, he's a great ambassador. Pick up that perpetual as well if you can for us, Brett, and just. Unfortunately, Kerry, you're going to have about 10 photos with different trophies, different awards here as well. We've also got the Car Owner Award to present here in a moment. We'll leave Kerry in the photo too. How about we introduce Bob first? Let's do that. Kerry will be nodding as well. Andy, just grab that Car Owner trophy too if you can for me, mate. Behind the scenes, this is the guy, and along with Pete, that make all this tick for Caneric Racing. Can I have some noise for the car owner, everybody? Bob Gavanich! Andy from Lucas Oil Products, Bob, and you've got yourself a car owner trophy for being an Australian Sprint Car champion. And I know this is Kerry's deal, and he loves the microphone, but Bob, it's great to finally get you up here and recognise the efforts that you guys have put in.
Look, before I say anything, race fans, what do you reckon? We've got a really good ambassador for Australia in the field of sprint car racing. Put your hands together for a champion.
You picked a great one.
Last week would have been better. Look, I think it's great. The effort that Kerry and the team have put this week has been magnificent. Kerry not only represents Australia really well, but he represents us here in Australia and in America, and for that I'm forever grateful. One of the things I would want to do is one person that Kerry neglected to mention, and that's Dan Ricehouse at American Racing, who's probably watching this back in the States, and to him and Windy, thanks very much, mate. Your support's been magnificent.
It's been a huge coup, hasn't it, picking up American Racing? They align themselves with genuine stars of motorsport, and you guys are in that mix.
Yeah, that's correct, but probably when Kerry starts in Volusia in the next couple of weeks, one thing's going to be missing, and that's American Racing as our major sponsor. They still will be a sponsor, but not to the effect that they were in the last couple of years, and for that we're ever thankful.
Bob, where can you take this team? It was lofty heights last year. Year before, it was oh so close to an Outlaws Championship. What's the plan? Can you lay it out for us?
Look, we'll continue again this year. We won't do the Outlaws, we'll do selected races, but we'll probably do about 80% of the Outlaw races. I think that we're going to be a bit smarter this year and pick the races that we want to run to. Going to some parts across the US is not really the smartest thing to do, going there for the sake of going there, but look, we're primed. We've got some really good gear for Kerry this coming race season, and hopefully he'll go to the next level at Knoxville.
Well, we can't say enough. We thank you as Australian race fans, Australian car owners, and Australian driver flying the flag on the biggest stage. We can't say thanks enough.
Thanks very much, Kev.
Come on, everyone. Congratulate the winning car owner, Bob Gavanich. They've done an amazing job. Brett, we'd like you to get in this presentation photo in a couple of moments. What do you got there, Mills?